Well, I timed that well. Just finished up the edge and thunder and lightning and starting to piss down rain, so. Welcome back to the shop. So we got the Ford Edge over here. I actually started in on this one yesterday afternoon. I've been putting off doing the tune-up on this for quite a while due to the fact you've got to pull half the top of the engine apart to get to the rear 3 plugs and coils. You would think as time goes on, engineers would make things easier, but having worked in the dealership for a little while, I know for a fact, you know, they do this shit just so you don't want to do it yourself and you'll bring it in and pay the $500 that they wanted to change the plugs on this thing. So I went and did it myself. It cost me 80 bucks for a set of plugs and a PCV valve, which you also have to pull the upper intake to get to because, you know, why make it simple? But I guess that's the price you pay for having 300 horsepower and getting 22 miles to the gallon and having heated seats and all the, you know, the stuff that goes with it. You know, like I said, I enjoy driving these vehicles, but every time I have to work on it, I absolutely dread it. I just did the plugs on the 68 a couple weeks ago, and it took me all of 15 minutes, start to finish. This was a 2-hour ordeal on this one. I had to pull all the engine cover off, the air intake, throttle body, upper intake's got to come off. Bunch of wiring harnesses have to get pulled out of the way, hoses disconnected. It's not a big deal, just a hassle. And when you're used to working on classics where, you know, all this stuff's simple, it's frustrating. But yeah, it's done anyways. And it was the original plugs in it. This thing's got 150K on it. And yeah, I'll show you here. They're a little crusty. So these are the ones that came out. Factory gap is supposed to be 45 thou. These are worn down. It's a solid 60 thou there now. I was worried about these not coming out well. You know, there's horror stories of other Ford engines. The Tritons are infamous for plugs snapping off. They'll shear off right above. And turns into a nightmare. But these ones, despite the front 3 are actually quite tight, but they came out. Ford puts these in dry. Whenever I do a service on these, I always give them a kiss of anti-seize just to make it easier for the next guy. But these ones last 150K. This vehicle will be miled out by the time it needs to be done again, or it'll blow the internal water pump and the engine will be coming out. But hopefully we don't go down that road. I also serviced the PTU today. Ford specs lifetime lubricant in there that doesn't need to be changed, which all it would have taken is a drain plug in the bottom of the PTU that you could pull out and drain. But I just do it with one of these vacuum brake bleeder, hook the hose up, shove it in the fill hole, and suck it out that way. Lifetime fluid, they say. I change this PTU fluid pretty much every other oil change. Ford decided they didn't need to put a drain plug in the PTU on the all-wheel drive vehicles. Yeah, looks lifetime to me. I may at some point, I just haven't gotten the motivation to do it, but you can drill and tap the bottom of the PTU for just a small drain plug, which would be a hell of a lot easier, so I really should just go ahead and do that, but pretty nasty. So I think I'm going to give this thing a bath and put it away and maybe go work on the 68 for a bit so I can enjoy some simplistic engineering that's actually easy to work on. But that's my rant for today. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you here in Canada, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.